Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Last match, top 16, and then we can start off with left side losers bracket, but that's for next time. So we have not necessarily a Cross-Banlist Cup match, because both these decks are from a very similar age, well, at least from the same year that is. So we have Sprights versus Tearlaments. Seeing from the votes will pop up here on the screen within the next couple of seconds, and most people indeed see that Tearlaments has the advantage over Spright. Thing is with Spright, it's a much, how do you say it, like faster deck, fast-paced, especially if it has access to the Bystials, or side decking or main decking the Bystials, you know, if you were main decking or playing the Bystial variant. But no Bystials, and Bystials here in this case against this particular matchup, they are super crucial, or would have been super crucial, but that's probably one of the reasons why people would see Tearlaments being in favor over the other deck. So we'll see. It's a long video, a longer video, so it could go either way. Sprite's going first, and that's, I guess, in Sprite's favor. Thing is that Tearlaments has the, as you know, the capability to play during your opponent's turn, right? With stuff like, you know, the level 3 drop itself, mill, get calls, the trap, etc. Even though this is not the Ishizu version, as you know, like Ishizu is just another level above both these decks. So let's see, this is again a strong Spright start, I guess. You have the, what is it, Chin Buster for a monster negation, you have double Toad potentially, and 2 sets, so that's strong. I guess here, negating the field spell, I guess is okay. It kind of prevents me from getting a potential pop if I'm able to go for a fusion summon. Plus Chin Buster is on field to negate a monster effect, and I believe the level 3 was negated, yeah. So that one will stay in hand, but already have Sharon. So that's strong, potentially get some mills going, and I could potentially chain block with Scream. And the thing is that, yeah, you should or could play around Super Poly by not special summoning the swap. Well, you had the third one in hand, so that makes sense. Off of the Toad, right? Duh, but, I mean, both Spright Elf and either Red or Carrot being fire kind of punishes, well, it's, I guess, the risk you want to take, but having the Super Poly definitely helped out. So the Sprint is there. Try to use its effect to set Merly. I believe Merly was the last one that hadn't used its effect just yet. So Mud Dragon is there. That opens up the Toad play, and oh yeah, this is strong. Having at least keeping Kid Kalos on field to send it to the graveyard off of the trap to negate the monster effect. That's fantastic. Plus Sprint on field to potentially bounce something. This should be my duel. And potentially instant fusion later for next turn, if there is going to be a next turn. So Toad negates, what was it, Beaver, I think, so there needs to be a Spright starter or a special summon, and here I guess I probably should have bounced with Sprint, just making sure, but kinda gambling here, but I did mill, yeah, at least one Tearlaments, at least one name, to go for a fusion summon, and Kaleido hits the field, bouncing back the Centaurea, and this should be my duel. Imperm doesn't really matter, but Imperm here in this case prevents Toad from coming out, but I can still go for my own elf, use a Tearlaments field spell, Pearl Reno, and normal summon, you know, Reno Heart, and this is a game over. GG for game number 1. So post side deck again, both these decks are you know, from the same year, very similar age. I know that I'm probably going second, so the Dark Rulers, or they were there, I think. Yeah, I think they were in the main deck for this particular list. So anyway, opening Dark Rulers strong. Side decked in what other cards? Ras Fear Mode as well. Yeah. So this is definitely a strong start for Spright. I think one of the best starts, you know, with Elf, double Toad, potentially setting Imperm, setting the Smashers as well, and I believe there is also the Spright starter, which again is fantastic against, at least in case of Dark Ruler no more. So a very similar hand, or both similar hands here in this case. Having the Dark Ruler to, you know, shutting down basically everything. Sadly, no Super Poly like last time. But again, very similar, able to chain block a couple of cards, Kid Kalos, Chainlink 1, Scream, Chainlink 2, even though there is still Imperm. And, you know, Imperm on Kid Kalos is strong, no search, plus I cannot, you know, send it to the graveyard to potentially get a beneficial 5 mils. I don't think I was able to go for a game. The normal summon being Reinoheart, which gets Failure, but again I can go for pretty much the same plays, capitalizing on the fact that Spright obviously is running level 2s on their own, so I can go for Sprint, sending Merly to the graveyard for another fusion summon, and this should be Kaleido, yeah. The thing is that already activated Pearl or Reino this turn, and I believe I only had one copy of Mystic Mine in, and that one was milled if I'm not mistaken, or am I wrong? I might be wrong. But anyway, this should be my duel, right? Like, look at these mills from Scream. I think I milled a name, right? So, search, what is it? Is it, yeah, the level 3 one, Hefness, yeah, Hefness. Kid Kalos on field to basically extend, and Rule Carols as well. Ah, yes, the advantage though. The thing is that potential Zeus play could have gone mad. But, I mean, you know, Tearlaments was just far too strong here in both the first duels. So game number 3, and I see my opening hand, I'm like, whew, this is nuts. Already force out an early Ash, but double Sphere mode, not the best. One would have been okay as well, but we'll see how it goes. Spright again, fantastic opening. I think the deck is again going to end on, what is it, Double Toad, Solemn Set, another failure in hand, starter. And I believe there's triple DD Crow, no? Like for Sprites? For the deck list here at least? I think so. So let's see, do I get lucky? First of all, yeah, put Sphere Mode on board, and I was like, okay, I can't lose this one, right? So drop Bigfoot, sadly hit the snake, Chuchinoko, yeah, that's the name. Establishing the board running to Judgment, that is a problem, because I don't think I'm able to attack into Sphere Mode, right? It cannot be targeted, it cannot be attacked, and that's a small bummer. So I go for Kid Kalos again, run into Failure again on Kid Kalos. Search Hefness, potentially for next turn, use Merly's fusion effect to go for Mud Dragon, and this is indeed a potential Toad play, or at least that was my... Okay. Red and Carrot, or Red is probably already gone. I mean, it would not make sense, right? I mean, obviously because you know you can't use that effect. Anyway, so I thought I was like, okay, I should be in a decent position, having Hefness, having Toad, but we'll see. This is again a strong, I mean, well played, and I'm going to hit or connect with Merly. The thing is that, what were my plays? I go for Dragostaphilia, maybe another play would, I mean, I don't think it would have mattered, because here Centaurea is always protected due to Elf, right? So Dragostaphilia was not able to activate its effect, or at least activate its effect targeting the Exceed. And Zeus, even though this is again another strong top deck, the thing is that we saw that there was a dimensional barrier. There it is. Oh, that was, yeah, good play. Like, this was a good play. A nice comeback play for Sprites, and here is where, you know, this, yeah, you will see it, no spoilers, but there is still that Sphere Mode in the back of my hand, I guess, if that is correct English. But this, I guess, it could make sense, simply because that card, I mean, we see obviously it's a Ra Sphere Mode, it's always stuck in the hand, so you could assume that it's maybe another Dark Ruler, or, I don't know, yeah, more Ra Sphere Mode, right? And even though the Masquerina play was kinda awkward, right? I mean, it could make sense, especially if you're Sphere moded before the duel. So normal summon, this was a fantastic top deck, but Ash says no. So okay, game number 4, go first. And this is okay. There is one of the DD Crows, which hits Merly, so I tried to go for another fusion summon. That was a God mill, by the way, milling that Nessie as well, an Aqua. So go for Kid Kalos, try to use its effect, it connects, so that's all cool. Hopefully get some mills, getting some pluses. But I think I only have this. Okay, no, I milled Reino, so this is, I guess, another Toad play to potentially secure my field against evenly matched. And yeah, Bahamut Shark equals indeed Spright Elf for a Merly opening. I wanted to leave Merly in grave, I guess. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So I do negate, what is it, Imper, take control of it. Problem is a potential evenly matched now. So I try to take my chance here with those Merly Mills. I connect with both Merly Mill and Hefness Mill, so that's strong, super strong. Worst case scenario, I mean, maybe it could be or would have been forced to use one of my skill drains. So both Kid Kalos and Kaleido being protected by Elf definitely helps. Gets a potential smashers, as you see here. Is there anything other that targets? I'm not so sure. Econ, but it's not there, I think. So anyway, again, this is just far too much advantage here in case for Tearlaments. Get Kalos again. Rule Carols on field also. It's like 4 fusions, and yeah, this is more than enough to attack for a game. So in case of Sprites, they definitely needed Bestials here in this particular matchup. Crows were there, but they were, no, let me say it in the other way. Tearlament was a bit too strong compared to Sprites, right? But it is what it is. Those were the builds that were picked in the beginning. So, next matchup, left side losers bracket. So we have 3 Access Fire Fist taking on Chaos Dragons. Which deck is going to take this one? Feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.